Whether we like it or not, it is time to be planning for fall in our handmade businesses. So let's talk about the products that I am not taking into the fall and holiday season. I'll explain why, and we'll just go ahead and get right into it. Well, if you're new here, my name is Sarah. I own LV Fine Soaps, a luxury handmade bath and body product business out of Maryland. And I made this video because I have been planning for fall for a little bit, just kind of writing down my thoughts and kind of looking at a couple things here and there. And I started to realize that my time is going to be very limited once that fall season hits. So I need to really kind of rein in and narrow down my offerings. That way I can remain successful, but also not feel like I'm drowning when, school starts and the sports season starts and I have to finish my master's. And so I want to be successful in all of these things, but I can't do it at the capacity I am now. I'm a teacher. I have the summers off. So essentially my time is very unlimited, technically speaking. It's not going to be that way in the fall, but if you have kids, you know how it is. Let's talk about the things that I am not taking into fall and why. Number one, this one is going to be very controversial, I feel, because I know a lot of handmade business owners love making and offering this product. Just FYI, in case it wasn't, obvious already, if I don't want to make a product, you should still totally make that product if you want to. I'm just kind of walking you guys through my thought process here. Please don't take anything that I say to heart, as in you're not doing the right thing if you decide to offer these products. I'm just kind of walking you guys through my thoughts here. So the first one is lip balms and chapsticks, which I know I started offering them because I really thought that all handmade businesses had to offer it. When you look at different handmade businesses, they all pretty much offer lip balms. I thought it was a great product with little investment that could really help me blow up my average order cost. But after buying all of the supplies, testing some things, making some tubes, I just really don't like it. I'm just not a fan. I love lip balm. I wear it all the time. And I always look for a handmade or a small business one instead of purchasing the BALMS, no offense. But it's just not for me, of course, after I've already invested in all the things for it. It just does not bring me joy. It just doesn't. It's too finicky for me, and I prefer finicky to be in the way of soaps, not knowing how a soap is going to turn out, instead of a chapstick half solidifying while I'm still trying to fill the tube, if that makes sense. It's just, for me personally, it's a lot more trouble than I think it's going to be worth adding value to my customers' purchases. It just is not a high ticket enough item for me. So if you're interested in a bunch of lip balm making bases, flavor oils, tubes, all those kinds of things, let me know, because I'm gonna figure out where I can sell mine. It's just not it for me. So yeah, I know. Next up on my list, as you know, I have a list. Next up on my list is bath soaps. Now, this one comes with a little caveat because I am not a fan. I like bath soaks, right? I like them more than bath bombs. But for me, they just don't move at markets. They are moving online as gifts and at one of my retail locations, but they are not moving at markets. And for me, that's a huge red flag, if you will. If it's not moving at a market, then I don't want to be offering it. I don't want to bring home everything that I'm bringing to a market, right? That's the purpose of going to a market, to sell the things that you're making. So for me, Bath soaks, I enjoy them. I really like the creativity. It's a great project that my daughter can help me with. And really my son likes to help me mix the things. So it's a great project if you're trying to bring your kids into it. But for me, they're just not moving enough. I will continue to make like 1 or 2 every couple of weeks because again, they are moving at my retail spot and the business owner like specifically asked me to stock those continually. So I'll make a batch here and there, both for her and to use the supplies that I have. But once I run out of, I had actually just stocked up on supplies when I was realizing that they didn't move at all. So I have, enough of a stash. I'm not going to waste those supplies. So I will continue to make them, but I just won't be reordering those supplies, if that makes sense. I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe the holiday season will change me. It's a big gift giving season. And like I said, they're doing well gift wise. So maybe more of like a seasonal offering. And I just don't think fall's the season for it. Another item that's not coming into fall, kind of under the same umbrella of the bath soak, is bath bombs. They're just, again, they're too finicky. I'm trying to streamline and really feel successful in the fall with products that I know, trust, and like love. And while I do love a good bath bomb, they're just too unpredictable for me. You know what I mean? They also don't add the value that I am looking for them to add to my line. My new task is I'm going to sit down and I'm really going to think about how I could possibly level up the bath bombs because I don't mind having them but they're just not offering what I need them to, right? So if I can find a way for them to be more valuable, then that's what I'm going to do. Right now I've got nothing. If I can't think of anything, then they are dropped. I'll let you guys know what comes of that, but right now I'm kind of leaning towards they will be dropped. Again, just kind of like the bath soaks, I do have a lot of materials for it, so I'll continue to make them for my, again, retail location, and once the supplies run out, we'll see. Hopefully by then I've figured out like a new way to make them better. We'll see. I don't know. You guys will have to check back for an update on that one. Next up, shower steamers. Okay, I don't know what it is about a shower steamer, but I am not a fan. I understand why other people are fans, but I'm not a fan. I don't like making them. Each time I make them, they turn out terribly. So not only am I not a fan of making them, but I'm not a fan of using them. I think personally, I think it's eucalyptus. I just think I'm not a fan of eucalyptus, which is generally a main fragrance choice for shower steamers. So it's just, I've tried, I've worked behind the scenes to try and figure something out with shower steamers because they are delightful for a lot of other people. And obviously my business is for other people, not for making products for myself. But I'm just, at this point, I'm really not planning on offering shower steamers like I had originally intended to. And finally, this one is not a specific product, but it's a fragrance profile. I will not be offering any more food or bakery scented products in anywhere in my line. I think maybe it has to do with me being like scarred from my terrible experience rebranding into a bakery themed soap business. To be honest, I've got a couple videos that you can check out on my channel about how that went. How very short-lived it was and how it went. But it just doesn't bring me joy to have those fragranced items in my line. There are a couple very selective ones that I will still use, like the Snickerdoodle from Northwood Distributing. What else? A couple of cookie, like gingerbready type fragrances. So I will use a very select amount, but overall, like a blueberry muffin or like a cinnamon bun or something like that. I'm not going to be offering any of those products anywhere. And once I run out of my Fruit Loops, I have a Fruit Loops fragrance and another one. It's like strawberry soda or something like that from Nature's Garden. So once I use those, then I won't repurchase them. Again, I'm trying really hard to like use up what I have before cutting them off. And then once they're gone, they'll just be gone, which is the nature of the business, I feel. Okay. Well, hopefully this video gave you some insight on things that you may or may not have known about different products and whether or not you should offer them. Again, I don't know. I'm not really a fan of them. So I'll be taking them out of my line come fall, or tentatively once those ingredients run out. So I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to check the description box for a link to my private Facebook group. It is a breaking news for makers type group. Once we hit a couple of hundred members, I will start doing maker spotlights. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video.